Hey, fellow babies, welcome to the 42 Show, the only show on YouTube that comes with a government-mandated prescription. And tonight we're starting off with news that O.J. Simpson died. The universe has collectively said nobody cares, and we agree. So what's next, Dunk?
Yeah, that was hard cancel culture at its best. But yeah, well, talking to similar sort of cancel culture, last time we were talking about that Russian influencer girl who got hard time, particularly the titties of a Russian war memorial.
7 months, right?
Well, the absurdity and paranoia surrounding the hunt for enemies in Russia continues with an incident involving Antonida Smololina after she was being interrogated by police for wearing a yellow jacket against the blue sky. Oh, evil bitch. How dare you? Actually, wow. That's not a blue sky, it's a car, isn't it? I'm quite good at noticing these sort of things. But so Smolina, a journalist from Velikaya Ustiyug, was reported by an anonymous accuser for supposedly promoting the colors of Ukraine and discrediting Putin's army.
Oh my God.
The accusation against Molina was based on the notion that wearing a yellow against a blue sky could be interpreted as associating with enemy symbols, therefore discrediting the Russian government and army. However, Smolina defended herself by explaining that her own jacket is 3 years old and that her financial situation did not allow her to buy new clothes every time a public perception of colour changed.
Oh my God.
She has also pointed out that the colour of her jacket was actually Crayola, not yellow. Yeah, so individuals facing scrutiny and potential repercussions for seemingly innocuous actions for clothing choices. Very strange, Russia.
Yes. And I mean, seriously, I don't know for sure, but do Russians, like most people, use yellow lines on the roadways as well as white? And if so, is all of Russia's road workers now liable for applying yellow paint to the road? I mean,
well, while wearing their yellow high-vis jackets,
see,
against a sunny blue sky.
Literally anybody that performs a job that needs a hard hat and a security vest is pretty much about to get shot.
Or all those fishermen that wear those big yellow, rubber clothing, when they're out in the trawlers.
Yeah. Now, so you got an influencer girl who's been sentenced to what, 7-9 months or whatever, hard labor. And then you got this woman who's now been charged with simply wearing a yellow jacket, and she's in trouble, right? Now, here's another one. You see these ones? Those two are two of the three people that were caught in Russia. Let me just get this up here. Here it is. They were nudists caught having a threesome on a beach close to Vladimir Putin's house. And they are facing up to 15 days incarceration for the act. So the pretty girl goes like this and fake. Yeah, the pretty girl goes like this and fake wiggles a titty on a statue that's way up there, and she's doing 7-9 months hard labor. The other girl here, where's her picture? Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, this girl here, she's in trouble simply for wearing a yellow jacket. But these three can, have wild, crazy sex on the beach, and all they get is 15 days in jail. I mean, I swear you can't make this up.
Now, I don't want to be hypercritical, but this threesome that occurred, there's only two of them there.
Yeah, because I'm sure Putler was the third himself, and that's,
If they were good, they would have got less time off.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody in Russia is going to oil up a greased pig to go for a ride, it's going to be him.
Dear God.
So, let's see.
They do look very sad, though.
Yeah. So, Let's see. This is an interesting one you've got here.
Yeah, so eclipse news. Yes, we go back to the eclipse because the more news is coming out about it. Tad Fedley of Amity watched the eclipse Monday with his pet chicken Gertrude in his arms and wearing its own pair of eclipse protection glasses. That looks like that doesn't like he's wearing glasses. It looks like it's been stuck over the top of the picture, doesn't it? Like
Yeah, it looks like he just cut out part of the cardboard of a Kraft dinner box and stuck it over its face.
But Fedley's sister Caroline, doesn't matter what her name is anyway, does it?
Who cares?
She's no, it's like, what are you telling me? I don't care. She snapped the photo of the scene and posted it to social media, earning Gertrude several new fans. Fedley said that Gertrude was so excited by her first solar eclipse that she laid an egg during the event. Now you think these people are nuts. No, you haven't even heard the last of it yet. The brother and sister said they attempted to outfit their cows with eclipse glasses so they could enjoy the rare phenomenon, but the animals weren't interested in donning the eyewear or the eclipse for that matter.
Yeah, you know, running around the field, lifting their head up. Stop eating grass and look. I mean, it's just holy God. What does this guy just move from the city and decide to buy a farm? It's just
mad. People are bonkers. But yeah, following on from that, more news about the eclipse. There was a broadcast mishap on RCG television during its cover of the solar eclipse. And it certainly caused a stir because as during the newscast, a video of a man's testicles inadvertently made it onto the screen. And you won't find a picture of that. There won't be a picture of that. Well, I think there's one that's just blurred out. So it's like, why do you bother giving
it's safe enough, but I'll let it play in the background.
Yeah, but while the male anchor was listing the cities where the eclipse would be observed, the video of the unexpected content appeared, shocking both the anchors and the viewers. The prankster responsible for the incident, identified by the handle Revolver on social media, humorously pointed out the oversight on the network's part and playfully referred to the incident as the eggs on television, although it's now being known as the eggs clips.
Why is he sitting there with his boys out watching the eclipse? The hell?
Bit of upskirt, yeah. Despite the unexpected and crude nature of the prank, many viewers found humour in the situation, flooding the network's social media account with jokes and witty remarks. Oh, good for you, internet. Well done.
Daddy, why does that man have an old prune between his legs?
I wonder which one actually eclipsed the sun. Which was the left one or the right one?
Whichever one's rounder.
Whichever one's the same size, respectively speaking.
Oh, that's pretty funny, man. So, stupid is as stupid does is still self-evident. Proved by this guy. So, Trump's got a couple here, so I won't dwindle too long on them, but it is definitely another Trump watch. So the former president has vigorously fought to stave off these criminal trials until after Election Day, an endeavor that, if successful, would put the 4 cases against him on ice should he win the White House. This is the whole stall tactic, right? So, Jessica Levinson, law professor at Loyola, she said the entire strategy for years and years has been delay. This is true in federal cases, state cases, and it's been true of even in inquiries that he faces. When it comes to the timing, it is certainly the case that the later this goes, the better it is for Trump. And so, we could list them out quick. The first bid to delay was argued that he should be tried outside of Manhattan because, well, Manhattan's not exactly voter nice for him. And he wanted to go to Staten Island where he had won his things. I mean, how can that even be a part of law? Come on. Well, I don't get that. The second effort was a lawsuit against the judge because of the gag order and whatnot, right? Because if I'm not allowed to complain and whine, how can I control the rhetoric? And then Trump again did it with the appeals court to pause the trial, and that didn't work. Then Wednesday, it was a third attempt by challenging some of Merchan's other rulings, yet appeals similarly said no. So now it goes to a 5-judge panel to consider the request. If the panel rules differently than the individual judges, the trial could still be stopped, but not before it starts. So after expressing doubt that he'll ever go to trial for this like he has been the whole time, he put out a social media post. On Monday, I will be forced to sit gagged before a highly conflicted and corrupt judge whose hatred for me has no bounds. Seriously, what about the gag order? How can he get away with this, man? You know?
Can you imagine a murderer about to go to trial and put out like things like that? You know?
Yes, I know.
How's it going to affect my case? Oh, no. You say what you like.
Yeah, so, but then I got to bring his picture back up because there's this whole thing now with Arizona's abortion ban going too far, he says. So figure this one out. He now says Arizona law that criminalizes nearly all abortions goes too far. But he's the one also chirping about how it was a good thing to overturn Roe versus Wade. That was the thing that led this to happen. So the Arizona Supreme Court ruling on Tuesday cleared the way for enforcement of an 1864 law. That's from before they were properly a state, that bans abortion in all stages of pregnancy with no exceptions for rape or incest. Right? So Trump says, well, it'll be straightened out, as you know. It's all about states' rights. It'll be straightened out. I'm sure the governor and everybody else are going to bring it back into reason and it'll be taken care of. Right? Now, Trump says this because he's got political back pressure in the fight with Biden and stuff, and abortion is turning out to be a key fight issue, right? So he says for 52 years, people have wanted to end Roe versus Wade, to get it back to the states. We did that. It was an incredible thing, an incredible achievement. Now the states have it, and we just have to make sure that they do it properly. Well, then why didn't you just keep the federal rule, you moron? You can't fix stupid with a wrench, people, and this man is living proof. Oh, shit.
Donut.
Oh, man. It's getting hard to even report on him without, puking.
The funny thing is, his trial on Monday, I think he's going to be facing a jury because they're saying that they're going to have a hard job trying to actually raise a jury because it's Trump. He's supposed to be, have no previous knowledge.
Exactly. You'd have to raise the jury from the dead, you know?
It's fantastic. Oh, dear.
Yeah, you get somebody straight off the boat, no speak of English at all, and you say the word Trump, and they know exactly who it is. It ain't gonna work.
That's a good case for opening the borders. You can have people coming in and say, Donald Trump. You go, oh, see,
jury duty. Oh God. Yeah, I used to drink with them in the back alley. Oh no, okay, you're on the jury then, But yeah. So you think this is a happy picture, but
yeah, I know. This is poor old Dan Gillespie, also known as the Grampian Stormtrooper. He found himself in an unexpected situation during his journey from Aberdeen to a comic convention in Dundee. Dressed in his full Star Wars regalia, well, not entirely Star Wars.
He's in a kilt.
That famous scene with Ewan McGregor when he was wearing a kilt. But complete with a plastic blaster. He was mistaken for a threat by another passenger.
Or a nudist.
It reported him to the authorities. The train was diverted back to Aberdeen, where Mr. Gillespie faced the scrutiny of firearms officers and British Transport Police. Fortunately, he was quickly determined there was no real threat, but Mr. Gillespie was still instructed to conceal his toy blaster and advised against wearing his costume on trains in the future.
Yeah, he did release a statement about imperial scum and their goddamn rules, though.
Rebel scum.
Yeah, oh, that's it.
Yeah. So, despite the misunderstanding, Mr. Gillespie remains undeterred, continuing his adventures as the Grampian Stormtrooper. Albeit with a bit more caution. I mean, let's face it, the guy was on the train dressed as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And so, oh God, no, the train's been invaded by stormtroopers. Quick, get the transport police in. Star Wars is true. It's all happening. Oh my God, I'm so confused about reality right now. And he's got a tweet gun. Oh, honest to God. How stupid
I know.
can people possibly be? I mean, if he was dressed as Darth Vader, now that would be threatening.
Yeah. I mean, when mommy taught you to beware of people in a mask, they meant like a ski mask in a bank. They didn't mean this shit.
It'd be there like, is this seat taken? Someone's sitting there. No, there is no one sitting there. You're right. There's no one sitting there.
Yeah.
Honest to God, people have some common bloody sense, please.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, there's dudes on street corners selling crystal meth and stuff. So well done to the police on this. Well done.
What are they dressed as? Jawas?
Yeah, exactly. Sand people. Yeah. Oh, my God.
We'll buy some death sticks.
Yeah. Well, okay. Speaking of death sticks, let's pull that one up then. So, over in Vietnam there, the court sentenced this chick on the screen here, the what's her name? Trong Mai Lan. She was the chair of a major developer over in Vietnam somewhere, and they got found guilty of embezzlement, bribery, violations of banking rules, and a few other things to the tune of $12.5 billion. So her court case is done. She's found guilty, and they're just going to put her to death. Wow. Indeed. Yeah. They allege that the 67-year-old controlled the Saigon Joint Stock Commercial Bank between 2012 and 22 to siphon funds through thousands of ghost companies and by paying bribes and so on. And the value of her fraud in total works out to be just about 3% of Vietnam's gross domestic product in 2022 alone.
I was going to say, it was like $15 billion that you could buy the country.
Yeah, exactly. Right. She could have bailed out Greece herself back when there. Right. She's denied the charges the whole time. Here, we'll get her back up. Instead, blaming subordinates. In her final remarks to the court, she said she had thoughts of suicide. I think they've got that covered for you, honey. In my desperation, I thought of death, she said. I'm so angry that I was stupid enough to get involved in this very fierce business environment, which I have little knowledge of. But she was right at the top. How could you even claim you had little knowledge? It's very odd. But I mean, 12 billion in fraud, sentenced to death. Wow, they got some harsh shit over there. They wouldn't get that in the United States, I don't think.
Well, you see, when the revolution comes and all the billionaires are going to be put in front of the big chopping block, they're all going to be using the same excuses.
Yeah.
we were just doing whatever the people underneath were doing us. It's nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
The billionaires.
Yeah, we just sat there collecting the money. I don't know what the hell was going on.
I was going to give it back to everyone, honest.
We were you see, we have records. We were going to report this,
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you? Oh yeah, there's a bus stop image for you.
Yeah. Oh, they look a little bit sleepy. So this is the emergence of a psychoactive drug known as Kush in Sierra Leone. Has led to a situation where addicts are resorting to the grave robbing to obtain their fix.
What?
Yeah. Made from a concoction of toxic substances, one of the main ingredients of this drug is ground up human bone.
Holy Jesus.
Do you snort it, inject it, or do what with it? The drug induces a hypnotic high and has become a widespread issue in the country over the past 6 years. Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio has declared a national emergency in response to the devastating impact.
Why? Because he can't afford anymore? Like,
citing escalating fatalities among users. I suppose that's just recycling, isn't it, in their case? Yeah. He has established a task force to tackle the issue, which includes setting up
Jorge and Pedro? Like, I hope they got something real going on here. You can't have people digging up people to get high on people. It's just so many. Oh my.
Well, they haven't said they're going to put any guards on any cemeteries or anything. They set up some care and support centers.
They hired Mike to keep his eye open,
But while there is no official death toll associated with the Kush abuse, reports indicate a significant increase admissions to psychiatric hospitals due to the illness linked to the drug. Yeah.
Wow.
So people potty as well.
What, slowly the personality of the person you're getting high on takes you over?
Grandma!
So weird, man.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Oh, I weep for the future. It's a line from a movie. I can't remember where it comes. Yeah. Oh, no, it's is it the waiter in Ferris Bueller? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Yeah.
So in what I think might be one of the first times I've ever heard of this working, 3 men were rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard off an island in Micronesia after they set out a plea for help using palm tree leaves on the beach. See that? So, you see it in movies and TV shows all the time. I think Gilligan and the Skipper tried it once, but yeah, they were lost at sea for like 9 days or something. Strangely enough, that in itself isn't exactly worth bringing up. I'm glad they're safe. It looks like they built a little hut and stuff. That's kind of cool. But it's the second time in 4 years people have been rescued from this island. Well, what kind of Bermuda Triangle shit is going on here? That's not a good ratio.
Box there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope they get more patrol. No, but somebody's got to figure that out. So yeah, and I'm glad they're safe and everything, but it's just the recurrence 2 and 4. That's not good odds. I would say that's probably not a safe place to go in smaller craft.
It's a good job the spotter was flying in that direction, because if it was flying in the opposite direction where the letters all will be upside down, they'll go, "What's that written on the sand there?" Go, absolute gibberish. Ignore it. Keep going.
Yeah.
Can't spell.
Yeah. I never took languages in school. Don't worry about it.
No idea. Just keep going. Oh dear.
That would be funny. Yeah, mine would be bring beer. Blonde bombsheller. Damn right. So,
yeah. Ooh, blank page. Yeah. No, this is a very, very old book. A book that was recently returned to a Colorado library after being checked out in 1919.
Oh.
After being due back 105 years ago. Poudre Libraries announced on its website that a copy of Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott had been due back at the Fort Collins Public Library and Free Reading Room on February the 13th, 1919. The book was returned to the library system by a woman who reported that her brother had found it among their mother's belongings in Kansas. Dirty thief. Yeah. The library system said the book would have been accrued about $760 in late fees under the 1919 rate of 2 cents per day.
Yeah, but if you do according to inflation and interest and all that and whatnot, the current person that returned that book also owes their inheritance, their current house, and the jeans they were wearing that day,
Well, luckily for them, the library eliminated late fines in 2020.
Oh.
Damn it! If only we kept that going. Oh, we could have had them for sure.
Well, at least it's not going to cost them a fortune that they have alcoholism in their lineage because everybody forgot.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a really, really good book.
Yeah, she was a drunk.
I mean, wouldn't it be ironic? Because the amount of times, you know, you sort of like get a book from the library and then actually never read it and take it back 2 weeks later. It would be ironic if they'd actually never actually picked it up and read it.
That's why I have books. So, you know.
What, so you don't have to read them?
No, so because I haven't returned them.
Oh, I see.
But
Can you get Playboy? Can you get Playboy from the library?
You can, but they have the blurred out edition. So yeah, all the swear words are blurred and nobody shaves. So now I find this a little bit strange that it's not already a thing. So the US is about to end the gun show loophole that allows sales of guns without background checks. And that loophole doesn't just apply to, like, you know, trade shows and gun shows and stuff. It also applies to the internet. Really? Really? I can literally, if I live in the US, I can just go to a website and just buy a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun ever made, and blow your head clean off kind of thing. And it's online, so nobody's going to check. No federal background checks. If bought at one of these
on Amazon.
Yeah, trade shows or Amazon. Yeah, exactly. Holy. And this will affect approximately 2,300 vendors. Oh my God. I mean, even in Canada, Tim Hortons doesn't have 2,300 shops. You know? What the hell?
Wow. So much choice.
Yeah. So, oh wow. So yeah, I'm shocked, but I'm glad that this is being closed because that's just crazy. We can't have that, you know. You got some guy just looking through a thing of Polaroids, sweating his head off, buying a gun off you at a trade show. That's probably not good.
No.
You know.
Especially if he's dressed as a stormtrooper.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Yeah,
that's how they do it. That's how they get past them. You see, you know, they're smuggling arms around by being dressed as stormtroopers.
That's right. They get you looking at the plastic gun, but really under the kilt they have the real one.
The real eclipse.
Yeah. So oh, wait a minute here. Okay, yeah. It was doing that thing where it was bringing up all the stupid crap because I paused it, but I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a mystery of a 2-story home that's been seen floating in the San Francisco Bay for several days. The wood shingled home was.
I thought it was going to be a flood, and then I saw the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, the wood shingled home was first spotted in the water on Sunday and was seen in various locations around the bay in the ensuing days. Yeah, the US Coast Guard said it was monitoring the private transfer of the house, which was built atop of a floating barge. The floating house sparked a flurry of speculation when it was first seen in the water, with many pointing out similarities to the Pixar film Up, just on water instead of the air.
Babies. It's Monty Pipe. They're the Crimson Permanent Assurance.
It's fun to look toss around the mountain. Sail the golden water accountancy. Yeah. Brilliant. No, you lost me there. It's been revealed that the house was the second to last houseboat to leave the Redwood City Marina.
But that's not a houseboat. That's a house that's been built on something that floats. I mean,
that's what they call a houseboat like that. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, but it's now been pretty started off as like a little hut, and it's just like keep on building, and The marina was formerly home to more than 100 people living on the water, but the city started evicting the houseboats in 2015 after lawsuits from nearby residents. What? Like nearby residents were giving out lawsuits because there's a mucky old houseboat, didn't like the view or something.
Yeah.
Weird.
Can
But
you imagine in a storm you're asleep? Holy shit!
man, the front room.
Wake up with a concussion across the room. Oh, geez.
Close all the curtains. It's going to get windy. Yeah. The house arrived Tuesday at its new home at the Commodore Marina in Sausalito. So if you want to go and visit it, that's where you can go and find it.
Oh, well, I have to get somebody to try to find a follow-up picture of where it ended up. That would be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Yeah, the house cat and the dog were running around freaking out as it's going down the, it's just so weird.
Oh, dear. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, there's nothing pulling it. Or nothing, there's no tugs,
there's nothing. Exactly. I thought it was just, bye, Stanley, be free,
Yeah, did they stick some outboard motors on it or something? Yeah. I think it's a brilliant story, and I'd love to have seen a documentary of its journey.
There's a little Vietnamese guy at the back with the engine that goes pop, 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 pop. The long thing with the propeller at the end. Yeah,
it's the guy with a long stick.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So, now to pick on more people, that stupid little AI pin that we've brought up a few times. Humane is the ones that brought it out, right? So Washington Post reviewer says they're right about one thing. Interacting with a device like this feels surprisingly natural, to the point where I sometimes find myself reaching for the pin to ask a question even when I'm not wearing it. But using the pin gets frustrating fast. Yeah, the tilt and pinch gestures don't work properly. The projector that beams the video onto your hand like you're seeing now is unreadable when you're in the sun, and we're about to hit summertime and stuff, right? The pin starts to overheat quickly when you're actually using back-to-back requests of it. And and it'll actually cut off contact and just simply go into standby as it cools down. And this happened 4 or 5 times in a couple of weeks to the person. So
brilliant.
Yeah, and I've read a few other reports that are basically the same. And what we've got right now is a product that's really cool in concept, but its execution is somewhat flawed, and it's made by people that have about as much sense in designing hardware as I'm sure the Pope would. No offense, big guy, but come on, you're not an engineer. It's crazy, right? Everything it's supposed to do, it can't really do when you need it to do it. So this is like a lot of these categories, the first people that bought VR headsets were like, wow, cool, look, and they show your friends and everybody gets sick and you don't really use it that much, and you're paying the companies to develop a better product, and that's what these little AI gadgets are right now. Same with the little home robots and stuff. It's all junk because it doesn't actually do much for you yet.
Well, like you say, it is a gadget. I mean, the thing is, it's a gadget that nobody asked for. It's one of those sort of things that somebody invents it and thinks, oh, this is just going to take off because it's brilliant.
Yeah.
No, it won't. Because people already got phones in their pockets and stuff like that. That's what they're just trying to replace that without it being a phone. So.
Yeah. A communal urinal that wipes your penis off for you. Yeah, no thanks. Right?
Oh, dear.
So save your money. Hookers and beer.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the ones that give great consumer advice there. So hookers and beer is. Talking of which, we've got a little shout out to do there before we move on.
Oh, yes, we do indeed. We have Sprinkles DMC gifting out membership. So a big thanks there, Sprinkles. Thank you very much. And Rose Rowley in the chat there. jumps in with a super sticker of the pear guy, or I don't know, he kind of looks like he's, you know, maybe a gumdrop or something. It's kind of small on my side over here. I got a lot of things on Windows, but he seems to be doing the freaking happy dance. So thanks, Rose. Awesome. 2 shoutouts there. Who knew, right? Who knew? Yeah. So, oh, hold on here now. There's, SSW Custom Sewing throws in a little here for the Boom Boom Fund as well. Direct donation, Slava Ukraine. So here home, Slava. Thank you very much there, SSW. Okay, yeah, we're caught up on thingies. So, marketing genius or complete idiot?
Probably a bit of both. But yeah, a modern art gallery in Germany was fired an employee after discovering the budding artist had hung his own work in an exhibition. The 51-year-old man had drilled 2 holes in a wall to mount his painting in Munich's Pinakothek. I worked on this one before.
Pina colada?
A pinakasek.
It sounds like something you don't want to put against your genitals.
It's a very odd word for German. Anyway, he was in the hope of achieving his artistic breakthrough. Spokesperson for the gallery said the artwork was not on display for very long. Tina Noah said, the supervisors noticed something like this immediately. And in the piece was returned to the artist. The man was an employee.
While burning.
I know. The man was an employee of the gallery's technical services team and described himself as a freelance artist.
What, the mailroom, technical services?
He was the one with the drill. Yeah. In addition to his employment being terminated, he's also been banned from the gallery. The gallery has one of the largest modern art in Europe and features. Who cares? Who cares? It's just got paintings up there. But yeah, I know it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that they gave it back to him. The thing is, what I find interesting about this story is there isn't actually any reports of what the picture looked like.
Yeah.
Was it really good? Was it bad? It might have been brilliant.
Self-portrait done in crayon.
Oh dear. And we're out.
We're out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Big thank yous coming up in the credits. Good night, fellow babies.
Good night.
Keep your stick on the ice. And a big shout out to our team who do everything for us in the background, like research and moderation stuff and all kinds of things. We got CF Beauty. She runs the teams for us, so big shout out there. You've been talking to her on the Shills account. BME, Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, The Kraut, and I think I've got everybody then. Yeah. Looks like it.
And Crazy Cat.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
And yes, thanks for everybody who did the donations and subscription and members and all that kind of stuff tonight, because it really helps keep the channel going. I wish it could keep my mouth going. Don't forget to like the show. I'm going to like on the way out. Don't forget to do that self. Bing, it's liked. And don't forget to share. Just do a massive painting of the Shills logo and go and nail it up into all your local galleries. And people go, oh, what's that? It's the Shills. Oh, and don't forget to put a link on there so that people know where to go. And so that's it. We'll see you tomorrow for the Friday show.
Good night, fellow babies. See you tomorrow.
Stay sharp.